Welcome, family. Welcome back to the page. And today we are launching something new that I think will be very, very beneficial for everyone. We decided that we wanted to bring you guys more information about herbs to be exact. We bring you guys a podcast, a herbal podcast, and we're gonna dive deep into different type of herbs, um, the uses, the look, the benefits, and the name of our podcast is Urban Legends.
So, hi, my name's Emma. I am a massage therapist. I actually met Terrence through massage therapy school, and he kind of brought me into this world of herbal medicine and taught me like the basics. I came up with the name Urban Legends because it's kind of a play on the original urban legends, which is like myths. These are actually going to be facts, and it's really exciting stuff. I think you guys will appreciate it too. And we're just trying to spread information to the public and make the science behind herbs more accessible to our communities.
Yeah, you did your thing with that title. It's
You can
really
say
just now
whatever.
clicking. It's really
Yeah.
just now clicking. Today we are bringing you stinging nettle. Stinging nettle is one of my favorite herbs because it's just an all around holistic plant. It's very medicinal, and it's surprising that we don't know more about it. I mainly use this herb for its diuretic benefits, its expectorant benefits, iron benefits, and also its benefits when it comes to allergy relief. Diuretic basically means it helps push urine out of the body. It helps activate the kidney. It helps flush and filters the body. I don't know if you knew or not, but the lymphatic system flows with the kidney. So after your lymphatic system help cleans the body, it flows to the kidneys, and the kidneys help flush the body.
Mm.
So with stinking nettle helping promote kidney activation, it will help push out some of those toxins and waste that has been filtered out through the body.
Yeah, and the kidneys are like help majorly to filter out blood in the lymphatic system and excrete all toxins.
Mm-hmm.
And stinging nettle just helps with what the kidney already does. So a lot of like the way these herbs work is that they help the body do what it needs to do. Because the body has all of the healing processes on its own.
Mm-hmm.
The herbs just give it a little assistance, a little push,
Yeah,
and help fight against anything that could be harming the body.
right. Because our body is self healing. Our
Mm-hmm.
body is self healing, but once we put our body in such a acidic environment,
Mm.
it will delay the healing process and sometimes stop the healing process. It actually starts to attack itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Stinging nettle is an alkalizing plant, right?
yeah, it's an alkaline herb. It's an alkaline herb for sure.
That's also why it has been used frequently in Europe to treat benign prostatic hyperplasia. And if you don't know what that is, it is a non-cancerous growth of the prostate gland, which can make it very painful and hard for people with the condition to urinate. So it has many ways of affecting the prostate gland because of its impact on sex hormones. It kind of suppresses sex hormones and can suppress the prostate gland as well as just help you um, urinate when you need to. Stinging nettle is often referred to as a tonic. And if you don't know what a tonic is, it's a term from traditional Chinese medicine. Um, and it means it's a magnificent, basically, herb that improves your life in some significant way. And it's considered a tonic for the blood, purifying the blood. And the diuretic aspect helps with that, but also the nutrients. It helps with circulation. It helps um, like bring nutrition to the blood, and it helps filter the blood through helping you excrete toxins.
Hmm.
So it's also considered a tonic for breastfeeding mothers because of its qualities as a galactagogue.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of pregnant women or breastfeeding mothers, when you are pregnant, this wouldn't be a herb that you would want to take because
Mm-mm.
it does contract your muscles and it could lead to a
Early birth.
early birth. Yeah.
It's very interesting to me. There's actually a lot of herbs where you might not want to take it most of your pregnancy, but like if you're overdue or like you're ready,
Hmm.
you can actually, I would say you can take stinging nettle with a doctor's approval because those contractions could help you deliver the baby. And the clotting caused by the vitamin K in nettle is actually good for preventing excess bleeding while giving birth.
When we open our front door, we probably can see it, you know?
Yeah, starting to grow because we usually mow it down like it's a weed,
Hmm.
but it's a very medicinal plant. And you can actually identify it through its structure. Long stems. They're usually about 2 to 4 feet tall, but they can grow up to 8 feet tall. We have oval toothed leaves. They have like these jagged edges. There's drooping catkin flowers, so there's a bunch of tiny flowers that are like bunched up together. And what you can't see is that there's actually these tiny microscopic hairs that give stinging nettle the sting.
The sting comes from the hypodermic needles. They're very microscopic. You really can't see them. But once it actually injects you, it injects formic acid, histamine, a few other chemicals, and what that will do is called a itching, burning sensation up to about 8 hours. Some people don't last that long, but it can last up to 8 hours. And what
That's the
those
easiest way to identify it.
yeah, that's definitely the easiest way to identify it once you start to itch and burn, for sure. Like a long time ago, I read that people used to rub the actual hypodermic needles on top of them to help with what was it?
There
Yeah.
arthritis, all types of arthritis like gout, rheumatisms,
Hmm.
osteoarthritis.
Yeah.
And the theory was, like fighting inflammation with more inflammation because like inflammation is one of the body's healing processes. But there's less painful ways to relieve
Hmm.
that with stinging nettle because it actually has also antihistamine and anti-inflammatory properties once you um, neutralize the effect of those microscopic hairs.
Yeah. With herbs, I've noticed since I've been taking them that it really only helps you in areas that your body need helps in. I don't know if that
Mhm.
makes sense because it has these it has all these benefits. Herbs have
Mhm.
all these benefits in it, but to me, from my experience, it seemed like it only helps wherever you need it at. Like
Mhm.
when I first started taking herbs like stinging nettle, I was using the bathroom a lot. You know, it did
Mhm.
make me go a lot. And now when I take it and drink it, I don't have that same reaction.
Mm.
And I took that as okay, maybe because I don't need to excrete as many weight, as much waste or as many toxins,
Yeah.
but maybe that's just my experience. But it's very nutritive, very rich in silicon, potassium, very high in minerals.
Iron, calcium,
Yeah, yeah, iron for sure, iron for sure.
magnesium too.
It's high in magnesium. Yeah.
Yes, it's high in vitamins A, B6, C, D, E, and K.
Mhm.
And it also has all of the essential amino acids. So if you're plant based like us, and you're like, oh, where am I going to get my protein or my essential amino acids? You can literally get it from stinging nettle, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it has omega 3 fatty acids.
Yeah. And you don't only have to drink it as a tea. You could actually eat this.
Yes.
You can eat stinging nettle. I mean, I wouldn't eat this dried and sifted version, but if you have fresh stinging nettle, you can eat it. You can actually make an ointment out of it.
Mhm.
I use it in one of my eczema creams
Mhm.
to help with itching and the dryness. Um, it's so much good about stinging nettle. The taste, I don't know about the taste.
It tastes kind of like spinach to
Yes,
me.
it has like it has a
Spinach, but more flavorful, more like a little more pungent.
yeah. And if you made a tea out of it, I wouldn't say that it's nasty.
It's very neutral.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You could taste a slight flavor. I usually add something in it. I don't really add honey to this. Maybe like a lime.
Lime,
Yeah,
lemon. Yeah.
yeah. And I don't really drink this hot. I don't drink this as a hot tea.
Hmm.
Um, the smell is something else.
This one smells like fish. I don't.
It smells like fish food for some reason.
Yes, fish flakes, fish food.
Yeah.
Mm, it's not good,
Hmm.
but hopefully when it gets turned into a tea or an ointment, it smells better.
Yeah, I never smelt that fishy smell when I was actually drinking the tea.
Yeah, yeah.
Just it's so many benefits of this herb, and just for like daily uses, around this time of the year, especially, people like to take like cough medicines and
Hmm.
things that help get the mucus and phlegm up. But it's actually a
An
expectorant,
expector. Yep.
so it helps thin the mucus or phlegm in the respiratory system, and it helps just push it out,
Mm.
help push it out through your system.
It also has anti-infectious, antimicrobial, and antiseptic qualities. So it's
Hmm.
actually going to not only make the mucus easier to get rid of in the body, it's also going to just fight the infection on its own as
Hmm.
well. So this is a really good herb to take if you are dealing with any kind of infection, and that could be viral or otherwise.
Yeah. And that's a good thing about herbs and natural medicine, because it's not just isolated chemistry. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of things.
Mm.
It's holistic. It's really helping attack many parts of the body.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And speaking of like seasonal considerations, I know in the spring, um, because of stinging nettles reputation as stinging nettle, it's often thought of as an allergen,
Hmm.
but it can actually help with allergies because of being an astringent and because of the anti inflammatory and antihistamine properties within the plant.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's been studies where I want to say 57% of people said that their stinging nettle worked just as well as an allergy medication, and
Hmm.
48% said it worked better. And actually, when I was struggling with hay fever last year, Terrence made me a tea blend with stinging nettle in it.
Hmm.
And I had to say, like, it worked really well, and it did work better than any allergy medicine I've ever taken. So I believe in it
Yeah.
for
You part of the
seasonal.
48%.
I'm the part of the 48%, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to talk about the safety.
Hmm.
I found online that the highest dose is 1,300 milligrams of stinging nettle, which you don't have to take that every day. That's just like the highest dose.
Yeah. And that's
Anyways,
so hard to measure. Like, how would you measure that being? Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to measure. I like usually in your teas you do like 1 to 2 tablespoons, right?
Per
Per
like
tea.
cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on like the person and what they're using it for. But
Mm.
usually, once someone taking some of my teas, the most they'll take is like 6 tablespoons of a
Mm.
combined mixture of herbs, not
Mm.
just not 6 tablespoons of stinging nettle,
Yeah.
but for the normal person, it'll be 1 tablespoon
Yeah.
with a mixture of herbs.
Yeah.
So,
So there are some medications that stinging nettle can interfere with. it helps with healthy blood clotting, but if you're someone with a blood clotting disorder and you're on anticoagulants, it could interfere with that. It is a hypotensive, which means it lowers blood pressure and it can also lower blood sugar. So if you're on medicine for diabetes, or if you're on medicine for high blood pressure, then it can increase the effects of those, which for diabetes especially is not good because it can send you into hypoglycemic shock. So it also has been proven to kind of increase the effects of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, which you may want, you might
Mm-hmm.
not want. I don't know. It's up to you. But the other medication that the other medications that it interacts with is diuretics. So if you're taking stinging nettle on top of a diuretic, it can be extremely dehydrating because you're taking two diuretics. So you need to hydrate already plenty. Just using stinging nettle, you need to be on top of your hydration. Even if you're not taking stinging nettle or a diuretic, hydration is super important.
Yeah. I know we gave you guys a bunch of information about stinging nettle, but we do want to know if you've tried this before.
If you'd like to try it, you can check out his website.
Yeah, you can check out thehealingprocess.shop, thehealingprocess.shop. If you have tried it, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think.
Your favorite way to prepare it. Yeah, just share your experiences. And as always, we have sources. So today our sources are Oregon State University, National Institute of Health, the Arthritis Foundation, PBS, and Mount Sinai.
And
And this trusty, dusty book that I got from uh, a national park, so you know it's legit. It's the Peterson Field Guide to Medicinal Plants and Herbs, and this covers medicinal herbs that are native to Central and Eastern North America. So this is a really good book to check out if you're interested in more.
thank you guys for checking out Urban
Yes,
Legends.
thank you.
We will be bringing you guys more herbs, more information, more ways to use these things. And once again, thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.